Did you have to rub it in, Chris, and say 30th season? I mean, I don't think first days ever get old. I mean, there's excitement, energy in the air. I mean, it's a little different now with the rules that you can work with your team, so we have been working with them. But when you're going live and you know it's the first official day and you know that there's a timetable of when your first game is going to be in 40 days, it takes on a whole nother life of its own. So, as expected, organized chaos, so typically speaking, defense is always in front of the offense at this time of the year. Good energy. Now it's a matter of just making sure that we fine-tune. I think we've done a good job. I think Sam and Dee, as our seniors, have done a really good job of developing the chemistry, because I think the chemistry has a lot to do with the team's success. So I think that has been built. It's hard in the summer to do a lot as far as getting you ready from the X and O standpoint, just because not everyone's here, because I give the international kids an opportunity to be home. So I don't want to teach and reteach, so it's a lot of really individual development. So at this point, the chemistry's been laid, the foundation's been laid, the standards have been laid. Now we're at the point where we're starting to build up as far as an X and O goes. Freshmen, it's typical freshmen. I think they're all trying hard. I think the effort's there. I mean, I think at this point, everybody's, trying to prove themselves. They come from high school and they were the all-star and they were all-state and they were all everything. And then they get here and they realize the pace is a different pace. And I just try to explain to them, you got to take care of the ball. One of the biggest things I saw, the energy's great, but there's a lot of turnovers early on, and that's to be expected. Like I said, defense is always ahead of the offense, but we just have to learn to kind of control our energy. Well, the effort's there, and now a lot of it is details, just teaching people where to be in help position. I mean, the energy on the ball is there. I think the energy as far as trying to be at the right spot is there, but I'd like to see us pick up a little bit more aggressively full court. But again, it's day one, and we haven't put anything as far as total presses and full court type defense together. So right now the emphasis has been more on the half court aspect. I think it's going to be scoring by committee. I think at this point, I mean, we're trying a different offense this year, which kind of allows us to play to our strength. I think we have a lot of good scoring guards. They're young, but we have scoring guards. I think Sam's going to be more of a scoring threat because she can go inside and out. I think G's developed. I think she had a really good summer. So Jamiris Davis, I think, will be more of a threat. Just got to keep her out of foul trouble. And again, I think, Danielle Burns and Danielle Padavano, I think, have really, stepped up their game. So I think, as any given year, the year before, it's like, how do you replace Erin and Abigail? And then now it's how do you replace, Tiff and Emily? Ultimately, somebody will step up. You might have to play a little different and do things a little differently, but ultimately somebody will step up to the challenge. I think Deej and Sam, as seniors, have stepped up, and I think that, the kids respect their voice. We like to have everybody think that they can have a voice on this team. I think it's important. It is their team. You only get 4 teams, and in some cases with the transfers, 5 teams. But, you only have such a small window to play. So I think every team takes on their own identity. So I think at this point, I think, Deej has been a great voice because of being, a point guard, but she's been injured. So she's just starting to come back. I think Danielle Padavano has stepped up as a leader. I think she's someone the kids are looking to as far as another voice as well. But I think the good thing is our kids have established standards, and so they know what the standards are. I think the effort and the attitude have been great. Now we just kind of, like I said, have to clean up some of the things from an offensive and defensive standpoint. I mean, I think our goals are typically always the same. I mean, it's just try to win every day, because if you try to sit there and break your record down and say what your wins and losses are, you're kidding yourself, because you have no idea of the unknown. You don't know what injuries are. You don't know what calls are going to be from the official standpoint. So at this point, I never look further ahead than that day. I'm going to use it as an opportunity. Our goal every day is to get better. If we get better every day, then we'll be ready for the first game. And then, again, we use the out-of-conference to get ready for our conference play.
I think this year I have to have more of a presence as a leader on the court, because usually I just deferred to the seniors that were there before me and people that were more vocal leaders. But now, as a senior, I have to have my input every time, and just since I played for 3 years now, it's my turn to step up for the team. It's exciting. It's sad. I mean, it's my last year and I've put all this work in, but I think it's more exciting right now because I saw the season ahead of me. But as it goes on, it might be sad because I'll never have this experience again. think we have to have good chemistry and just use all our practice time as learning points, because we are very young this year and we have a lot of learning to do. And I mean, it's the first day and we saw that we have a lot of learning points that we need to knock down. And I think just the team chemistry, backing everyone up, just really is a big point for us. It's a great group. I love everyone already. They feel like my sisters. We've had a lot of time getting to know each other over the summer, hanging out. So I think just everyone's just new and we're just getting used to playing with each other, and it's just going to be fun getting to see how well everyone's going to do.